To see how some of the less regular top 8 appearers will fare, how they'll deal with the pressure. May play in their favour, nothing to lose, or it may be that those favourites that we know so well step up to the plate once again.
Well, there is one of them, Sarah BALZER. She is definitely not the favourite in this match. She goes up against Olga KHARLAN, who is perhaps in the form of her very, very vaunted career. She's been fantastic for the past decade, but at the moment she seems to be at her very, very best.
Absolutely, yeah. Third in Orléans, first in Salt Lake City, and she's just gone serenely through the tableau today. Yeah, she never looked under pressure, looked phenomenally clinical, so cool and calm, and aiming obviously to peak later this year in the Olympic Games in Tokyo.
Well, we're about to get underway. It is Miklos Kosa of Hungary who will take control of this first match. This for a place in the semi-finals and a guaranteed medal at the Montreal Grand Prix. And BALZER, well, they both go at eyes open off that first line, and BALZER is the one that comes out with a fairly simple attack.
Absolutely, BALZER, you'll tend to see her doing a slower first step, slower preparation, and then looking to wait for her opponent to stop and take over the attack, or if her opponent commits, then hit on prep or take that circular parry she just tried there. KHARLAN has a little bit more variety in her preparation. KHARLAN felt maybe it was mal-parried, but not worth a video. I think it was a good call from Kosa. And you see a little change there from KHARLAN. She shortened up her first step, went a little bit quicker, took the initiative off the line. BALZER wasn't quite ready for that. And KHARLAN is stuck with that preparation of the last touch. Obviously feeling that's the right rhythm for this situation where BALZER's going quite slowly. Nice controlled distance by the Ukrainian there to draw BALZER in and hit on prep.
She's quite disruptive in her defence, isn't she, KHARLAN?
She is. She goes in and out of different distances, mixes up counter-attack, beat counter-attack and parry post, and pulling short with distance really, really well. Builds really, really good attacks over the course of defence, over the course of a fight. Good control again. KHARLAN looking very calm. BALZER looking good though. She's keeping ahead. She's trying to work out what rhythm to use at the beginning there to read her opponent. She's changed her preparation. That was actually good from BALZER. She just made a technical mistake on the way in. Yeah, she managed to take over the attack, but she brought her hand all the way back, and KHARLAN just managed to catch her on preparation.
Oh, superb off the line. That slow step at the beginning makes a big difference, and we've talked about the piste earlier on today being a little bit dusty, and it's been a bit slippy, and of course it's not been used today, this podium piste, and straight away KHARLAN asking for a little bit of water just to wet the bottom of her shoes to add a bit of grip. And you know what, it's great, but the referee knew that that was potentially going to be a problem and had the water on hand.
Absolutely, and there's a good attack and preparation from KHARLAN. She's just been a little bit a step ahead really tactically of BALZER in this first part of the match, third of the way through the fight really now, and that's a nice change from BALZER.
Coming from a different line on the attack.
Yeah, and I think she'll need to go into the break possibly a little bit closer than this BALZER for KHARLAN to feel pressure. At the moment the Ukrainian, it's only a 3-touch lead, but she just looks quite comfortable on the line.
These attacks are so good from KHARLAN, and of course with the TV pictures we get in the evening, we do have the beautiful slow motion replays. We look at Sarah BALZER here talking to Coach Durrell. He's got to earn his euros here.
He has. I think she needs to sharpen up on her preparation, needs to be a little bit more aggressive in the middle, not necessarily commit first, but just not be too passive on her preparation. And then if she does choose to defend, she can't just go 1 or 2 steps back. She has to really use that piste and try and pull KHARLAN short, not just expect she's going to fall short. And we can see that long attack there from
KHARLAN. 3
KHARLAN.
times in that?
Yeah, 3 touches exactly the same. And BALZER there, look, her hand is down, her hand is low, so she can't block out the attack. She's on the back foot a little bit. She's not really ready to be moving back. They're just 1 or 1.5 steps. It's not enough against a fencer of KHARLAN's firepower and technical ability.
Yeah, often asked, what is it about Olga KHARLAN that makes her so good? And the answer is, I don't want to be too glib here and simple, but she's got the full package. She's great on her feet, technically adept with her hand, but also is a fantastic decision maker.
Absolutely, she is the most complete fencer in women's sabre, and you know, you could look at the occasional fencer and say, you know, maybe look at Velikar and say tactically occasionally she's unbelievable, and you could say slightly better than KHARLAN and technically brilliant, but maybe KHARLAN's a better move, a better athlete. You could say, you know, Zagunis has got incredible control of distance, but when you look at the whole package, KHARLAN is a 9 out of 10 on everything.
Yeah. You want her in your women's sabre top trumps hand, don't you?
I think BALZER just can't find the rhythm here. KHARLAN is just going sharp enough at the beginning to disrupt her opponent, but not overcommitting, so she's not giving attack and preparation away. It's a very clever match by the Ukrainians so far. Deep counter-attack, and there you go. BALZER was waiting for the counter-attack because that's what KHARLAN had tried earlier, and then dropped her hand, and KHARLAN found the blade. That's what we talked about a minute ago, about structuring her defense over the course of a fight.
Very happy with that hit, Olga KHARLAN. Attack from the left on that occasion, though.
There's better distance from BALZER, and she also, as soon as KHARLAN paused, she committed much faster, didn't give Olga KHARLAN time to establish her defense.
Unfortunately, though, John, at this stage, this looks like BALZER's just picking up some scraps as KHARLAN marches her way through into the semi-finals.
I mean, KHARLAN has a way of making these difficult matches against brilliant fencers look like a procession sometimes, you know. She's just, when she's on form and really seeing what's happening, it's very difficult to stop her. BALZER has to do something special to disrupt her here. I think whatever the outcome, though, Sarah BALZER will be pretty pleased with her day's work.
Yeah, oh yeah, well done with
so.
78. She's climbing the rankings big time, but more importantly for her, that 4th spot on the French team is well up for grabs. They have used Rifkis and they have used Nucha as the alternate or the reserve. Durrell and his team, along with Beder, Brunet and Lombach, but BALZER, well, she's making a big statement here.
She is making a big statement, and she's technically a very strong fencer. She's a good athlete. It's only a couple of years since she had an ACL reconstruction, and it's been a long road back for her. And you know, at some point, it looked like she wouldn't be coming back to this level, but she's really been determined and worked hard and very focused, kept her head. And it's great to see her back on the late stages of these competitions.
It absolutely is, and their ACL injury is a huge one. Perhaps the worst hip and ACL. Probably only comes second to sword arm issues, but it's a major reconstruction that is required if you have to have your ACL fixed. And actually, hats off to her for only taking 2 years to come back.
That's right.
But it looks like the Montreal journey is over for BALZER, as KHARLAN, well, she's just dominated every match today, and doesn't look like she's going to stop with anything but the gold medal here in Montreal.
Reprise attack to the right to finish that one off, and I think BALZER just didn't really take that game to KHARLAN quite enough. She tried to almost outplay her at her own game in the middle, and that wasn't to be. I think perhaps she needed to be a bit more positive, a bit more aggressive in the middle and try and disrupt the Ukrainian before she got into a stride. But KHARLAN had an answer there to pretty much everything BALZER threw at her.
She certainly did, and we look back across the fight with these beautiful slow motion pictures from our Canadian TV colleagues. And BALZER, she's had a great day, but KHARLAN, well, she is in form again here in Montreal, looking for her 3rd podium finish. Well,